At 5:42, the house has not become quiet yet, but it has begun. The front door has already been checked once. The lock held under the thumb, the knob turned gently, the small click answering back. Outside, the street still carries the last cars of the day, and somewhere in the body there is still the length of the school bus route, the brakes, the turns, the careful watching. A hoodie rests over the back of a chair. Not folded. Not put away. Just there, holding the shape of someone who passed through earlier and left a little warmth behind. In the narrow hall, under the low lamp, the air feels cooler than it did an hour ago. A small table still remembers the day, a piece of mail, a wrapper, the faint scrape where something was set down too quickly. The keys land in their place. Not with ceremony. Only where tomorrow can find them. And for a moment, the mind does not have to keep rehearsing the next morning. The routes. The weather. The names. The timing. There is only the check door, the hoodie, the cooling house. And a small safety, still here. The hallway is narrow enough that the day has to pass through it single file. First the shoes. Then the keys. Then the hand on the door. Then the quiet habit of checking what has already been checked. Not because anything is wrong. Not because the house is unsafe. Only because some people come home still carrying the work of looking after everyone else. A school bus driver learns the weight of small attention. The mirror has to be watched. The curb has to be watched. The children have to be counted in ways that never feel official enough, even when the route sheet says everything is done. A yellow light, a slow truck, a child with one strap of a backpack slipping down. So many little moments ask the eyes to stay awake. And then, at home, the eyes keep working. They look at the lock. They look down the hall. They look at the chair. They look at the hoodie left over the back of it, one sleeve hanging lower than the other, like it has given up trying to hold its own shape. The house is cooling down. You can feel it in the air near the baseboards, in that soft change that comes before evening settles all the way in. The heat from the day has begun to leave the walls. The low lamp makes a small circle and does not reach very far. It does not need to. It gives enough light for the keys, the mail, the hoodie, the hand moving without much thought. There is a surface nearby that still remembers the day. Maybe it is a small table against the wall. Maybe it is the edge of a cabinet, or a chair pulled slightly away from where it belongs. On it, the house has gathered its quiet evidence, a folded receipt, a cap from a pen, something that was going to be thrown away and was not. These are not messes exactly. They are traces. They say people live here. They say the day came in and put things down before anyone was ready. The keys make a small sound when they touch their place. A sound like a period at the end of a sentence no one had the energy to say out loud. They are not hidden in a pocket, not left in the wrong room, not carried farther than they need to be. They are placed where tomorrow can find them. That is enough for now. There are nights when the mind keeps arranging the next morning before the evening has even arrived. It starts building the route again. It remembers the time, the fuel gauge, the turns that need patience. It remembers the faces that may be sleepy or loud or quiet in a way that makes an adult pay attention. The mind tries to be useful. It rehearses because it wants no one to be missed. It rehearses because routine has been rebuilt slowly, with hands that still move carefully. It rehearses because responsibility can stay in the body long after the job is done. But in the hallway, under the low lamp, there is a small pause. The front door is checked. The hoodie is still over the chair. The keys are where they belong. Nothing has to be solved in this minute. The house does not ask for an explanation. The chair does not ask why the hoodie is still there. The lamp does not make the room brighter than it is. It only holds its small part of the evening. And maybe safety is not always a large feeling. Maybe sometimes it is only this: the door closed, the keys set down, the mind allowed to stop naming tomorrow for a little while. Some evenings do not arrive all at once. They come in pieces. A hand at the lock. A shoulder lowering. A breath that has been held too long without anyone noticing. The sound of the keys touching the same small place where they always go, because some routines are less about order and more about not having to search for one more thing. The hoodie over the chair stays in the corner of the eye. It is not important enough to move. It is not unimportant either. The fabric has a way of keeping a room company, especially when it is half fallen, half resting, as if it came home tired too. One sleeve has turned inside out. The hood leans toward the chair seat. The whole thing has the soft weight of someone's ordinary life. The bus driver stands there a little longer than necessary. Not because there is a decision to make. The day has already made enough decisions. Which lane to take. When to slow down. Whether that child at the corner is stepping forward or only shifting a backpack. Whether the parent waving from the driveway has been seen. Whether the noise behind the seat is laughter or something that needs a calm voice. So many moments have asked for attention. And attention is tiring, even when nothing dramatic happens. Maybe that is the part no one sees. A route can be finished. The bus can be parked. The clipboard can be set aside. The engine can go quiet. But the body may still be listening for movement in the aisle, for a voice calling out, for one more small thing that needs to be noticed before it becomes larger. Then home opens. Not loudly. Not perfectly. Just enough. The hallway receives what the day cannot keep carrying. The low lamp does its small work. The wall holds a mild shadow. Somewhere deeper in the house, the refrigerator hums with the plain patience of an old appliance. The floor gives a faint sound under one foot, a familiar place in the boards or the hallway tile, something known without needing to look down. The front door is checked again. The thumb presses the lock. The hand tests the knob. It is a small motion, almost automatic, but it carries care inside it. Care for the rooms. Care for the people who may come through them later. Care for the night that has not fully arrived, but is already leaning closer to the windows. Nothing needs to be explained. There are feelings that become smaller when someone asks too directly. They do not want a name. They only want a dim hallway, a safe lock, and a chair that can hold a hoodie without complaint. They want the right to be tired in a way that does not turn into a story. The mind, though, keeps starting again. It brings up tomorrow's first stop. It counts backward from the time the bus has to move. It remembers where traffic backed up last week, where the road work narrowed the lane, where a child sometimes runs late with a shoelace still undone. It brings all of this into the hallway as if rehearsing will make the morning gentler. For a while, the rehearsing feels like responsibility. Then it begins to feel like noise. The hand rests near the keys. The fingers loosen. The keys are already there. Tomorrow has not been forgotten. It has only been placed down. That small difference matters. The hoodie stays over the chair. The house keeps cooling. The hallway lamp does not rush the evening forward. And somewhere in that low light, safety is not a feeling that needs to be proven. It is the quiet fact of being inside, with the door checked, and nothing else asking to be answered yet. After a while, the house begins to sound different. Not quiet exactly. A house is almost never quiet when someone has lived in it all day. It keeps small noises tucked into the walls. The refrigerator hums. A vent shifts. A floorboard answers the change in temperature. Somewhere, maybe in the kitchen, something gives a small settling sound, as if the day has leaned back in its chair. The hallway holds all of it. The school bus driver is still standing near the chair, or passing it slowly, or turning back for no reason that needs to be named. The hoodie remains where it was. It has not moved, and somehow that matters. After a day of motion, of stops and turns and mirrors and children stepping down carefully onto sidewalks, something staying still can feel like kindness. No one has to say that. The body knows before the words do. It knows the way the shoulder stays tight after a long route. It knows the tiredness in the hands from steering, braking, opening the door, closing it again. It knows the sound of young voices fading behind the seat, some bright, some cranky, some carrying the whole school day home in one sentence. It knows the weight of bringing people safely where they belong. And now there is this smaller bringing home. One adult in a narrow hallway. One low lamp. One checked door. One hoodie over a chair. The keys already placed down, waiting in the right spot, without needing to be held anymore. The mind still tries to continue. It brings up tomorrow with its practical little lights. It lays out the morning before the evening has had a chance to rest. It remembers the early alarm, the first turn, the place where the sun can sit low in the windshield. It remembers the child who sometimes waves from the second step, the parent who always looks relieved when the bus arrives on time, the corner where patience is part of the job. The mind means well. It is trying to keep everyone safe, but safety, tonight, is not in rehearsing every possible moment. It is in this small room of time after the door has been checked. It is in the fact that the keys are not lost. It is in the hoodie left out, ordinary and soft, proof that life here does not need to be completely arranged before it can be held. The lamp keeps shining low. The hallway does not brighten. It only becomes familiar. The chair makes a simple shape against the wall. The surface beside it keeps its small scatter from the day. There may be mail that has not been opened. There may be a receipt folded in half, a pen without its cap, a coin near the edge. Nothing important enough to demand a person right now. That is a kind of mercy. Not a large one. Only enough to let the breath come down a little. There are evenings when gratitude does not feel like a clear thought. It does not rise up with words around it. It does not announce itself as thankfulness. It may only feel like noticing that the lock worked, that the lamp is on, that the house is cooling, that no one is calling from another room with urgency in their voice. Small safety. Small enough to miss. But still here. The driver looks once more at the hoodie over the chair, and the mind loses its place in tomorrow's rehearsal. Not forever. Maybe not even for long. But for this minute, the next morning does not need to be practiced. The keys are down. The door is checked. The house is holding. The evening keeps lowering itself. Not quickly. Not all at once. It does it the way a house does, through small changes that are easy to miss while the mind is busy somewhere else. The air near the hallway grows cooler. The lamp makes the same quiet circle on the floor. The hoodie over the chair holds its place, sleeve hanging, hood folded in on itself, soft in the way tired fabric can be soft. There is no need to move it yet. Sometimes a thing left where it is becomes part of the room's breathing. The chair accepts it. The hallway accepts it. The narrow space under the low lamp does not ask the day to be cleaned away before it can become evening. The driver passes a hand once over the edge of the surface nearby. Not wiping. Not arranging. Only touching it, maybe without thinking. The surface has collected the small remainder of a day, a receipt, a piece of mail turned face down, a mark where keys have landed many times before. It is the kind of place that holds evidence without making a case. The keys are there now. That matters more than it should, but only because the day has already been full of remembering. Remembering the route. Remembering the stops. Remembering which mirror catches the curb at the right angle. remembering to wait for the child who always comes out last, lunchbox swinging, one shoe dragging a little at the heel. At home, the remembering can set itself down. For a few seconds, maybe longer, the mind stops building the morning. It stops moving the bus through turns that have not happened yet. It stops checking the weather, the timing, the small human uncertainties that come with carrying other people safely through their day. The pause is not dramatic. It is only a loosened hand. Only the faint sound of the house cooling. Only the strange relief of not needing to explain why being tired can feel so wordless after nothing went terribly wrong. There are kinds of fatigue that do not come from one large thing. They gather quietly, like dust on a lampshade. A careful stop. A careful turn. A careful voice. A careful watching of the street, the curb, the aisle, the small faces in the mirror. By evening, the body may not know which moment made it tired. It only knows it is. And the house, for once, does not ask for a reason. The hallway does not ask the driver to be cheerful. The chair does not ask for everything to be put back. The hoodie does not ask to be folded into a better shape. The check door does not need another explanation for why the hand returned to it. Safety can be humble like that. A lock holding. A lamp working. A hoodie waiting. A place for the keys. Somewhere outside, a car passes and then is gone. Somewhere deeper inside, the house gives another small sound as it lets go of the day's warmth. The driver stands in the middle of these ordinary things, not fixed, not brightened, not changed into someone else. Just inside. Just home. And maybe gratitude begins there, without a sentence around it. Not as something grand. Not as something anyone has to perform. Only as a small thanks moving through the body because the door is closed, the keys are down, and for this minute, tomorrow can stay where it is. By now, the day has begun to lose its edges. The route is over, but the body is still arriving. That can happen. A person can be home, standing under the low hallway lamp, and still feel the road inside them. The careful turns. The long break. The quick glance into the mirror. The small hand waving from a driveway. The quiet counting that never really feels like counting. The house cools around all of this. It does not hurry the driver into the next part of evening. It only holds the narrow hall, the chair, the hoodie, the small surface where the keys have found their place. It lets the air change slowly. It lets the light stay low. It lets the tiredness be present without becoming a problem to solve. That is a rare kind of room. There are rooms that seem to ask something right away. A sink asks. A phone asks. A calendar asks. A pile of mail can ask before a person has even taken off a jacket. But this hallway, for this little stretch of time, asks almost nothing. The hoodie remains over the chair. Its fabric has softened into the shape of being left alone. One edge folds into another. The hood makes a small shadow against the chair back. It is just clothing, and still it carries the nearness of someone living here. Someone came through. Someone was warm. Someone put it there without thinking much about it. That can be enough to feel less alone in a house. Not in a loud way. Only in the quiet way ordinary objects keep saying that life has not disappeared. The driver looks at the check door again, maybe not with worry now, but with the leftover habit of care. The lock is doing its simple work. The door is closed against the street, against the cooling light outside, against whatever the evening does not need to bring in. Nothing about it is dramatic. That is what makes it kind. So much of the day has required alertness. But this moment does not. The mind has been trying to move ahead, the way it knows how. It has wanted to sort tomorrow before tomorrow comes. It has wanted to lay out the first stop, the time, the turns, The patience needed at the corner where cars sometimes hurry past the flashing lights. It has wanted to make safety out of rehearsal. And then the keys are seen again. There they are. Small, metal, ordinary, waiting where tomorrow can find them. The sight of them gives the mind one less thing to hold. Maybe not all of tomorrow. Maybe not the whole weight. But one small thing is no longer floating loose inside the head. The keys are down. The door is checked. The hoodie is still there. The house is cooling. For a moment, these facts gather into something softer than thought. The driver does not have to turn them into words. Some gratitude arrives too quietly for language, especially on nights when the body is tired before the heart can explain itself. It may only feel like standing still. It may only feel like not reaching for the next task. It may only feel like noticing that, after a day of bringing other people safely home, there is a safe place to stand for a minute. The lamp keeps its low circle. The hallway holds. And tomorrow, for now, stays outside the room. Later, the hallway feels even smaller. Not cramped. Just close. The kind of close that happens when the rest of the house has begun to quiet down and one little space keeps holding the whole evening. The low lamp is still on. The chair is still beside the wall. The hoodie is still over it, softer now in the dimness, less like something left behind and more like something allowed to rest. The front door has not moved. It stands there with its ordinary patience, the lock turned, the outside kept outside. No one has to keep touching it now. The checked thing can remain checked. The safe thing can remain safe. The hand does not have to return to it just to make the mind believe what the body already knows. Still, the habit of care lingers. A school bus driver does not stop being careful the moment the route ends. Care has a long echo. It stays in the shoulders. It stays behind the eyes. It stays in the way a person listens for small sounds, even when no one is calling. The house makes its own sounds now. A vent sighs once and goes quiet. The refrigerator hums with the same plain voice. Somewhere, the wood or the pipes answer the cooling air. Nothing urgent. Nothing needing anyone. Only the house settling into itself after holding the day. The driver stands near the small surface where the keys are waiting. They catch a little light. Not much. Just enough to be seen. That is all they need to do tonight. They do not need to open anything else. They do not need to start the bus, turn a door, unlock a gate, or carry the hand into another responsibility. They are only keys at rest, placed where tomorrow can find them when tomorrow becomes real. For now, tomorrow is not here. For now, the route is only memory loosening its grip. The stops fade back into the day. The crosswalks, the turn signals, the careful watching near driveways, the children stepping down one by one. All of it was held. All of it passed through. All of it has come to this narrow hall, this low light, this one object of softness over a chair. The hoodie does not explain itself. It simply stays. Maybe that is why the room feels gentle. Nothing in it is trying to become more than it is. The lamp is a lamp. The chair is a chair. The keys are keys. The door is closed. The air is cooling. The body is tired. And the tiredness does not need words. There is a kind of relief in that. Not the relief of having everything finished. Not the relief of knowing what tomorrow will be. Only the relief of not needing to gather the whole day into a sentence for someone else. The hallway already knows enough. It knows the weight of the shoes near the floor. It knows the small sound the keys made when they were set down. It knows the way the hand paused after checking the lock. It knows the hoodie was not folded because folding was not the point. Rest was closer than that. A few steps away, other rooms wait in their ordinary half-light. A counter may still need wiping. A phone may still hold messages. Dinner may still be unfinished in some small way. But for this minute, those things can stay where they are. The driver breathes. The mind reaches toward tomorrow, then loses the thread. Not because everything is fine. Because the house is safe enough for the thread to drop. And in the dim hallway, beside the hoodie over the chair, there is a small thanks that does not rise into speech. It stays low in the body, near the breath, near the loosened hand, near the place where the keys wait quietly for morning. The night does not need to become anything more. It is enough that the hallway has gone dim around the edges, that the lamp still works, that the chair still holds the hoodie in its loose, ordinary way. It is enough that the door was checked, and the lock answered back, and the keys are resting where the morning will know to look. Outside, the street keeps moving without needing to come inside. Inside, the house cools a little more. The driver stands there with the tiredness of the day still near the shoulders, still behind the eyes, but not asking to be explained now. The route is over. The children are home. The careful watching has done what it came to do. Nothing announces safety. It is smaller than that. It is the hand no longer reaching for the lock. It is the mind losing its place in tomorrow's rehearsal. It is the hoodie over the chair, soft and unbothered, reminding the room that not everything has to be put away before peace can enter. A phone may wait somewhere. A counter may still hold crumbs. Morning may come with its own list, its own weather, its own road. But not yet. For now, there is this narrow hall, this low lamp, this cooling house, this small thanks with no sentence around it. The keys are down. The door is closed. And for one quiet minute, the night holds.